Apologies. Wrong screen again. I wasn't really paying attention. Thinking OBS. We are starting. We're not finishing. Welcome. We are back in Final Fantasy. Been doing some leveling with the alts in. Right in. Oh, that's terrifying. Yeah, there it is. Yes. In a moment. No real plan as to what we're doing today. We are just probably going to take a look at the Realm Reborn. Extra stuff. You, I. Right, this one. We'll hold off on that. We'll go back to Warrior. Head back to sell the excess supplies we've got quickly. Yep. Red. Get some of the post MSQ done. Head down to Mordona at some point and pick up some extra bits for Crystal Palace. First man unlocks New Game Plus. Which is to say that it will give us access to previous content again, story content. Be able to replay it. We just won't get the rewards or the experience. Weaponsmith of Legend is for the relic. Go ahead. Before we head into there, we are actually going to go to here because I've logged in at an opportune time to grab a collectible for Botanist. And we're going to go back. And we'll beat the level 50 botanist quest. Remember when you used to get high quality materials? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Oh boy. Back to Fufucha. And now head back to Vest and grab our next MSQ bit. Ooh. Head. Oh, right. Recall you are meeting with the Admiral shortly after the Lemons incident of the summoning the Titan. Mayhap you also recall my words to our host. I said on Timber that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and that beastmen had justly responded. That we had called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke in short the truth. Wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the limbs of the Minzans to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is growing belief amongst the refugees of that Alamigo could be liberated if only the Scions would commit the strength. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. Stand at crossroads, Ardbert. Each path is paved with good intentions. Where they lead is far from clear. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papalimo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at a cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances are not necessarily need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services, we might as well declare our fealty to Uldar now, and done with it. Quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. Such knowledge as I possess of the beast tribes and their primals at thy disposal. Whether being man or beastman, we are wont to seek power when plunged into the black depths of despair. That despair doth begin with the Amal-Jar, who may have already summoned forth Ifrit. With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou wouldst do well to seek his counsel. And then that was to unlock the hard mode versions, and now we continue the main bit. 'Tis the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations. No, not while beast tribes do labour unseen, defiant in defeat, and raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, both stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them, that this sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis a pity, but a pity we are so few, and our fortune so finite. Don't need to worry about those tube in particular. Currently, this just to unlock, get through Odin and Ifrit. This situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different goal. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Ardbert. Alphino, Ardbert, is aught amiss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it, Minfilia. Minfilia, the scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Uldar. We must do what? So long as we remain within Uldar territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesta only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous. Surely you realize they are the reason Vesper Bay lacks the netherite. They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why it and other favors will be denied us unless we cooperate. If Uldar is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length and plant our banner in a place we all breeze beyond their borders. Or Dona. Revenant's told, to be precise, it lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Uldar and her people over the years, but I truly believe this is the best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties with the local community forged through years of concerted effort. Uldar is our home, Alphino. Cast aside everything we have built and start new in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make, Antecedent. I only ask that you recall the shared purpose which moved us around, found the signs of the Seventh Dawn, which moved you to found the path of the well, there that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much family as... That will be all there for now. I am sure you have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no. I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Ooh. Burn. That one? Leave Uldar. Has it come to this? Oh, Ardbird. Pray attend to Alphano. He is engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphano waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Confounded, she knows what must be done, and still she hesitates, all because of those fanciful rumours. I should have explained. Benfilia's mother, well, adopted mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Galamin was her name. You may know her better as the songstress of Uldar. She was a performer of singular talent, much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Sharlayan minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Benfilia, too, struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Flamin's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumours have once again began to circulate that Flamin's will alive and well. One of our informants, Father Iliad, has said word that a woman matching the songstress description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plagued Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth for Nanosia at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gegerushu as to the veracity of these rumours. Before we do, we will do a quick visit to Uldar. To sundry splendours. We have 600 and... I'm fairly certain we get a full set of this stuff later on, so we won't about that. We'll go over it. Take a look. In the past. I remember there being a quest for that. At Zaharak. Forgotten Springs. Fuck. Be anyone guarding this? Interact? Whoa. Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Mikuti renews, why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane! I mean, Ardbird, what brings you to my humble resort? Garleans, you mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Uldar? Egads, man, if I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Oh, for shame to think she now plies her traders, or the riffraff off to the west or wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say. Tragedy! West is it? Master Gegaruji, your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks to see if any witnesses might know. Have some knowledge to spare. I would most appreciate if you could travel to one Wine Port and do the same. Wine Port it is then, my boys. Hang on a minute. What have you seen here, isn't it? Yes. Well, if it isn't Ardbird, the saviour of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand. She is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman through a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Eh? You want to know if I've seen a Makote lass by the name of Farming? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description. Far too bloody long. I see you have many grand adventures since we last spoke, Ardbert. You must share them with me sometime. Girl from a little while ago, one does not forget a perfume like that, so robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscence of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. Told her follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully, then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flower grows which grow in the shade of the cliff, the strongest scent you see. You make haste, you may find her there yet. That was easy. I am in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gobu's ire until it was too late. The oils can be used to make a perfume, you see. Blimey, I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. Songstress of Uldar, I presume. Minfilia, or I should say, Acilia, is looking for you. Acilia? You are the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavours to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me. More than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lenosia aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so, do you imagine I travelled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Now that we all have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, say? Back to the north. Guys, I've still got the point. There we go. That's a lot better. This is not at all how I envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I have kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off to the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. Voiced? Nope. Antecedent, you have a guest. Namin? Basilia. Seen it like this in years, Hardbird. I never truly believed it when they said you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and your cause. I could think of no better way than to grant you the freedom to continue our work. Continue what you did, and achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Acilia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Celestia perfume, you remembered. How could I forget? You wore it all the time. Ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. No trouble for me, darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Ardbert, however. I could not have made it without him. Hello! Thank you, Ardbert. Thank you both. That's alright. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found all those years. He kept it. My father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Uldar. The accident which claimed his life shortly after our arrival. It was Lerman who took care of me then. He raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I've failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know. About you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. The cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Larmin as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Something amiss? No, Acilia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I failed, and made me so proud that the words fail me. Even as I marvel at the woman you've become and all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which I cannot have yet to do, and of that what it may entail. Acilia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and your scions must leave Uldar. Alarming. You built it once, Acilia, you can build it again. This time we'll do it together. Truly? Alphino, the time has come for Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Aldessian. Preparations begin at once. It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll. There is much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing, the resources in short supply, it seems certain that the guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks such as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, antecedent. Really, Alpha, no, I feel no need to concern myself with anything which purely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps, I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might be best be entrusted. Here I am, nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. Here's an wonder, antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphino, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the Scions of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honoured to welcome your organisation. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it please you, I would do so. It does. Sir, unless I am mistaken, you are the one known as Ardbert, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance? Laughborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favour us with your presence again ere long. Well, well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Ardbert. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste at first, indeed. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have travelled so far. There is already so much you have done for us, and for me. We'll speak again anon. Till then, take care. Ardbert, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alphino has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us. You're here, good. I've come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded, and our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defence and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tashrow's tale of our many guests and their many, many demands. From the Waking Stands to the Rising Stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans. They have each pledged their full support, General Ralbarn included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, antecedent? If anything, it is mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition, and the people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. It would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in doing so, I would show them that there is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire? To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and again, and something else. There must be some way I can. Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Flamin to help teach me the basics of mining too. Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alphano, I mean. It was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge the ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slathborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well, Ardbert. Where we're going, we don't need no roads. There he is. Aha. I was told to expect a scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It has been far too long, Ardbert. You have something for me, yes? Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You will be staying with us for a while, yes? That would... Good that we had a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I jest, I jest. Back to the work of a dozen men, I see. Even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhap you'd been keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortune to be had about the realm. It may get a bit raucous at times, but I imagine it'll be good a place as any, to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. That you, Ardbert? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have the most urgent news. We have grim tidings from Rivania. It would appear that our aid is required at once. Must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste. Everything quite all right, friend? No, I've got cold again. Yes, as you can see, there is a lot of extra stuff. This man is one we will do, because we need Crystal Palace on one. The rest of these give us hard versions of dungeons we already have, so we're not going to fuss about that. And he liked Whisper Bay. And go entirely the wrong direction, it would seem. A messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were at Mordona. I wasn't privy to his conversation with the antecedent, but I did see the look on his face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be the Ixal has summoned Garuda again? Or mayhap Imperial forces have been sighted within Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the antecedent if there's anything you can do. It's possibly a primal. And by possibly, it definitely is a primal. Great noogly woogly. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it did not come too soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity as resembling one, has been summoned to Redania. Thine arrival is customarily timely, but the etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth to my suspicions, 'tis familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianja said, the readings bear a strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago, though I had hoped the Moggles guard beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation. Thy presence has been requested by Commander Huloi. He waiteth thee at the Adder's Nest. Pray haste to Gradania, Ardbert. Ida and Papalimo will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the crystal of the light. Pleasure to see you as always, Ardbert. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could think of no one more qualified to... but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Not long ago, the Moogle Kuplokop visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedseer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which could imperil the entire Twelswood if left unchecked. He proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise the role with our dealings with them. The rest you should hear from Kuplokop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seer at the Lotus Stand. Blab 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 blab. We're back. With Garuda humbled and the Ultima weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take such drastic measure? Might that not itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought to the very brink of destruction, only to be spared, at the last, by the heroics of a chosen few. To you who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace would doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Muggles Guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes, come what may. I assure you, the Muggles Guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of good King Mog the 12th, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away, Kupu, verging on a lot, in fact. Like the sylphs who summoned Rama, you mean? Ramu. We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Muggles in a manner similar to that of the Primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to the Moogle kind, but to Gridania as a whole. We do beseech you, Ardbert, confront good King Mog the 12th and drive him from our midst. Humbly I do thank you. The sanctuary of Moggle's Guard and their lightly lord is concealed by magic wards. Brother Risumian and the Hall of the Conjurer's Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Yes, it is that way. Welcome, Ardbert, welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Mog the 12th is of great comfort to me and to the elementals both. As I am sure you know, the Moogles are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change. Thus, does it behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. The wards barring access to the king's sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones, the self-same methods employed 5 years ago when first the king was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on them. Kuplakop confided in me that he has been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Muggles Guard themselves. Yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labour any longer, for fear that the Muggles may succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplakop's keystones, Ardbert. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you in West Shore Pier. Press upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. Ah, you're another dungeon. I think I need Amber Door, actually. I need one of the Amber Doors for the relic quest. Answer. Ponderer, dungeon. So, how will you do it, Kupo? Oh, we told you about that. Well, if there truly is no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consulting with this Hur? Imperials, Gradanians, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his king's Moogles. He plots treason against the crown. Enough. Kuplo Kop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Mogulnog the 12th. May he reign forevermore, Kupo. The king is planning to purge the Twelfthwood of his enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late. Am I still on my bird? I am. The entrance to the Thorn March is deep within the Bramble Patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward, but be warned, the Muggles Guard has set traps and to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo. Yep. Yeah. Thing in. There's gonna be another ambush here, isn't there? I can tell. Aha! We're here, Kupon. I don't see any more beasts, do you? Are you ready to face the king, Kupon? Step closer to the board. Raise your hand and focus, like when you were tuned to a netherite, Kupon. I'll open the way for you. The rest is up to you, Kupon. Now go teach those foolish Mughals a lesson and send the king back whence he came. And this is our first full party piece of content. That was quick and easy. What is thing? You did it, Kubo, you did it! Great King Muggle Mug the 12th, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Immortals Guard when you did. Thank you, Ardbert. Perhaps now they will come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Tuckney Peck that the king is no more, Kubo. She's with Raya O at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the chieftain. The mighty Morgrod. Oh, conjures. Oh, it looks absolutely ridiculous. I love it. Do I dare believe my ears? Great King Muggle Mug the 12th, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen. All Moogle kind owes you a Kupo. Since Rayo wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. Your bravery and service of the 12th Wood and her Moogle shall not be forgotten, Ardbert. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this victory, great victory, from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's event, while the details are still yet fresh in your mind. And while we're doing that, we're going to crack open a cold one. Look, Ida and Papalino sat around doing absolutely nothing again. Ardbert, you will return to us unharmed and victorious, thus I have 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in talk. Then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Moogles don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. But that doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains But through the combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of their collective fate, removals called forth a being that by right should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, either which comprised him, instead being scattered to the four winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every aspect the same, which means, Asians, this whole business reeks of their handiwork. Popo? They said it was a masked man who had taught them how years ago, but Britannia has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Confound it all, how many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation, a sombre thought, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Ardbert. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the elder seeds here, may I have you return to the Waking Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired? It's good to see you hale and hearty. Hale and healthy, Ardbert. I received word from Ida and Papalima that you have felled good King Mogulmog the XII, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. That was, as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Ascian. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Ardbert. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. Move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Ardbert. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Urianger. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Hoarder's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Urianger shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of the primals. By grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alisay shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Urianger, would you inquire if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I've forgotten something important. The fat staff sat behind your head. You haven't packed that away, you idiot. Thou art ever welcome, Ardbert, but I require no assistance. Pray, take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, the countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestors, faded by the eons. And still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. Do not be offended, Ardbert. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the fallings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history, but that same could be said of Ah! Whence came that cry? The solar, 12 or fen, the antecedent. Head nod. Ardbert, you must. Tell me, Louisoire, would you have done the same? Louisoire Laveyeur was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. An Ascian here? How? How readily you see you are indeed gifted, antecedent. But you are not like the others, your robes. Gifted but ignorant, yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. He who you speak of La Habrea? La Habrea is a warrior. He fought, he fell. He may not yet learn from his mistakes. Then he is still... Come, I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. You, what are? We're ready when you are, my lady, if there's nothing else. Is something the matter? I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure you get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless form. What truth is there in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colours perception. Thus did she perceive naught. So it is with all but a chosen few, even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing. The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. Lahabrea did not think so highly of the Echo. Lahabrea is wrong about a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace, Antessa. May we meet again as friends. Wait, stay where you are. Ah. Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the Ardor, Owen? I take it there is no need to explain. Save your concern, he did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you all right? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Urianger, send words to the students of Aldesion. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white step forth from the waking sands, yet Ascians I want to employ teleportation magic. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Ardbert. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Pray attend me, Tataru. 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 Tatatu. Tatata. How dare they get rid of my little fish man in this area? Just realised it. I am told that you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. May ye even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. this one with such ease as well. Very easy. Barely put in a scratch on me. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save he who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that he is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Your mother favours you still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world shall soon change. As it was, so it shall be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall have meet again. And we will just take a quick break here. We are in near immediate danger, as we are over level 50. I shall be right back after a quick toilet break. We are back. And let me just grab my pad again. Yep. Get that window. There we are. I'll get up to the top here. And fly. I think it's ironic that we can fly, but we weren't given the option to. I mean, granted, flying wasn't a thing until Heavensward, though. Whew. Oh, chat, it is getting chillier, and while I enjoy having my hoodies on, I do not enjoy the cold. Thank gods you've returned, Ardbert. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive. Beg pardon? He was waiting for you? What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so it shall it be again? What did he speak of, and of what exactly? The words of this Elidibus portend to such much, but reveal nothing, save perhaps measure of disdain for La Hebrea. I had hoped for answers, but it would seem I have to be content with the wealth of additional question. Let us set aside the matter of this Ascian till after we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favour I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he had died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. My hope that Urianger will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. This is all I have left of my father. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labour. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well can I imagine the antecedent's pain. Upon mine honour, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Ardbert, this has been Philia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to... Once you have given the journals to Urianger, I will bid you come to the 7th heaven in Revenant's Toll. Tataru will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new etherite in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. You dickhead, you've run away! we're going to do quickly is just get some of these extra quests off the board. Especially if we can skip this. I don't want to do the extreme right now because it's arse. Might not be so much arse now, but it was arse when I did it when I was a couple of years ago, and then years before that as well. Ardwood, the Scions, glad am I to see you. I assume you have been apprised of the situation regarding the Moogle monarch. After your previous deposal, King Duplacop appeared in the Moggle's Guard. Brains. There for it. Bramble patch. Yay! I don't need to worry. Over there. Aha! Right, the next Archer's Guild to get the Odin stuff out the way. Yes, I would like to go into here and talk to the first bear you in. Quite, I've heard much of your deeds in recent days. You'll come to lend your strength to the rival investigation, yes? Your aid is most welcome. I shall proceed directly to the matter at hand, though still as substantiated, enormous stir amongst the townspeople of late. Rumours of a shadow-clad knight who rides in the shroud. Under normal circumstances, I would pay no such idle ghost stories will heed. Time, however, we have reason to suspect. We have naught to gain by rushing to judgment. I would have you go to the streets, White, speak to the people, and hear their words with your own ears. Oh. The Ghost Knight? Aye, I saw him. Clad from head to toe in armour that seemed forged from the shadow itself, galloping through the shroud atop his hell's-born steed. Mark my words, the trees themselves were quivering in fear of that night. I've not slept a wink since I've returned. Yeah, don't sneak up on me like that, friend. Forgive me, ever since this spying glimpse of that ghastly horseman, my heart won't stop racing. Knew the elementals would punish us sooner or later for daring to disobey their will. This is surely a sign of sinister happenings to come. Just realised I don't need to read these plots out because we're not too fussed about stuff like this. There you are. Aha. Okay, we'll go. Do that one. This head north, and then boom, we're in East Shroud. So we shall get Great King Muggle blah 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 blah. From hard to extreme. Or March Extreme is ready. Oh god, we're starting to get we're starting to get lots again. Well, I had in the Odin report, I don't think you should give us the Odin quest. Does? We'll take that, activate it, get it up. Running. If not, then we won't need to worry about it until later. But as I said, as the game opens up a lot more for a Realm Reborn once you've beat it. So much so that it is overwhelming to get the amount of stuff that you get. But my time. Load in. Big Potataroo at the Revenant's Toll. Oh, Ardbert, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you would show up. As I was telling your restive receptionist here, I'm pleased to inform you that all documents are prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Take that odd-looking fellow over there, for example. He's been eyeing us most suspiciously since we arrived. I cannot help but wonder if we were truly safe here. You mean the dude that... Oh, that's Nero. Ah, that man. I'll say I've spoken to him myself, but rumour has it he's come to hunt for ancient treasures in the Crystal Tower. You've seen the structure I speak of, no? It'd be hard to miss, that massive pillar of shining crystal that looms beyond... high over the land, just to the southeast of here. If the tales of be believed, it is a remnant of some ancient civilization. The details remain a mystery, and that's no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. The man over there is no exception. If my instincts are true, he knows more than most. If you're curious about the tower yourself, you could do worse than to talk to him and see what he knows. Why, if I weren't otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. I mean, just look at it. I can scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside it. Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see our efforts do not skip a beat unless despite the relocation. With that, Ardbert, I do believe it's time for you officially announced your presence to everyone else. The Antestin and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. Crystal Tower series is now available. Man, in order to progress in the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. While you are granted a respite from your duties as Scion, use your time to probe the depths of the Crystal Tower and see what ancient secrets may be gleaned. Already started it. Well, it certainly is spacious. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, for today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the Antestinate and I shall endeavour to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. For Eorzea! A moment of time, Ardbert, I would speak of Elidibus. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldessian have been met with silence. No one will respond? How odd, allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No, I will not believe it. An outpost perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their walls are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. No one could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge both, oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldessian, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we must assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. It is possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what he must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Ascian, perhaps? Or Ochre? Or Puce? Which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time, I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystal of darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Asian menace. But I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. On that point, I have no doubt that Elizabeth spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machination. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Ardbird. I discern them all around. Disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the Paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I do not know what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. Head nod. Ah, my stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything else arise, you will be informed. Ryle, where are you? Your intercession was not foretold. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion. Your intentions are unclear. They survived the 7th Ardor and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labour not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see. Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the Concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing, and he'd hardly to tell you what that may imply. Brass Blades, charged with investigating the thefts, believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have yet been able to identify a likely suspect. The concern's proprietors have grown frustrated with their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts out of not self-interest but in service to a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the Blaze to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with this stolen when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Head nod. Do a quick check. Smithing. Bardish, the rampage. Probably the Bardish. Oh no. We're going to start the Weaponsmith of Legend. I need to know which one he wants. Oh, thank God for that. It's kind of bardish. We will need to make the bar dish, of which I'm gonna need better equipment for that. So once we have got this, we are going to look at leveling up the blacksmith. Well, not quite leveling the blacksmith up, but getting some collectibles sorted out. And seeing what we need from them. North Road. And it'll be like, ooh, it's in a bit of a worse shape than I thought it'd be. What? Again? Grade 3 battle dances. Oh. Not the right one. Oh, yes! Good buggers. Right. Battle dance. That it? Well, balls. Oh boy, this is gonna take a while then. Right. You will need to sell. What I need to get rid of. Cobalt, that shit. You. need. We're just doing a bunch of decent as well, just get rid of a whole bunch of stuff that we don't need. Guys. Yep, right. Right. I head back to armory. What? How have they not given me a new pair of... How have they not given me a new pair of shoes since level 15 crafting? Right. You... Broken wing. Broken wing. Skirts of the feather. Near and far, devil. What can I keep? Ooh. Roll you again. Get you up. Right. Shall go to... Gonna do is return to Limsa for a second. Do a quick toilet break, and then we will plan our next load of shenanigans once I am back. In just a second. Alright, we are back. Us. I'm gonna fuss about the old issue of provisioning right now. What we are gonna do is get some more level, get some more of the these done. So before we do, I'll empty out my inventory of rubbish that we just used. Ah, fine, yeah. The material. This. Anything else in here I need to add? Not that. Yeah. Oh, good to go. And it. We're almost good to go. Offers. Go. Right. Next on our thing. Fine that. Teleport. Rising. Omesh. Next. We'll look into a crystal farm probably soon. But I don't foresee us needing one quite immediately. So we will go to Limsa, and then we will quick. Umber, then Armorer, or Steel. Good. Okay. Now, skill fry pan. Nope. Skill plate. Steel plate, and then a steel fry pan. Jesus wept, I think. Yep. So we're doing the very good. Five. We need to do the esthetician as well. We need to unlock him, but that's not huge for us right now. Get the level 4 ski done, and then what does Balanstier want? Minor, Mithril, and Electrum. Exactly where to get those. One is by Forgotten Springs, the other. Mithril is over this way. Yeah, we got that one done. That's Bronze Lake. Gonna do a cheeky bit of ice crystal grinding because we're gonna play a lot. And unfortunately, there's no way to actually buy crystals outside of the market boards, which you can't do as a trial account. I don't have any others. Ookie. Right. Get the next. I'm gonna gather on this side with gather. Back to Limsa. Gold. Yeah. Okay, we're getting hit with good luck. how much longer is this? Wait. Hang on a minute. One. Brings. And that will high quality. Then we do plates. Final. First. That was a bit weird. It was gonna be the people down there, wasn't it? There. Dude ain't gonna know what slapped him in the face. So, done. Brand loyal. Curthus, because we need to get the Hippogriff. Aha, there we go. 4 high. Two. Okay, I'm done by dining. Cat Tribone. Forgotten Springs. Verdania. This. Need left. Oh, that's obviously. Yeah. Oh, you'll tell them the truth that we're the one making it. Save. Right. You've done your 40, 40, 40. You are next. Forty. Just see. And just yeah, I didn't think. Yeah. We are just gonna go and grab our equipment. I blacksmith. Stuff is $34. 34, 39, so... Right. Got the blacksmith, got carpenter, blacksmith, armorer. Hey. Right. Then go. Very good for us. Okay, right. Arms merchant. Guildcraft. Ah, yeah. What I want. Yep, right. Stock. Oop. Head. 41. Door. Fine. Alright, let us take a look at what's left. Garbage we need to get rid of. Right. Control I, decent, again. This one thing? Nope. Gloves? Nope. Slops, definitely. Ash. Better. Bang. Earrings. Choker. Crafting. Brass. Port. Amazing. That one done. Ah, right. Goldsmith. We are geared up for stuff decently right now. A fire brain. I better get two of them. Fire. I don't want the skins, I want the horn. I don't want the meat, I want the horn. Give me the horns! Dust Shroud Quarry Mill to grab the silver. Yeah. Right, we're gonna go back upper, go across the lake again. Grab the firestone. Leave everything there with our goldsmith. And once we've got our crafters level 50, and we've got their class item from other Fujimedudus. We'll take a look at upgrading everything as well. Keep doing this. Ooh, just bear with me. We are just going to do a quick break. We'll break it again. Be right back. We'll be finishing, grabbing the next one for Goldsmith as well, and then we'll move on to Weaver and Alchemist. Apologies for the wait. My runes is deciding to play up. Luckily, I've got my fusion tomorrow, so we should be good to go. Boy. Oh, God. Again, apologies for the groaning and such. Once we've completed this, we're going to call it a night. Just make sure that I don't. Go again. We'll be good to go late at another day. It will be Saturday our next stream. Probably a short one as I covering my partner's store. But yeah, I will continue some of this stuff off stream so that we can concentrate on more interesting endgame stuff. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. I will see you on Saturday, and we will have some more stuff ready to go then, especially with the relic weapon, hopefully. Thank you for joining in, and I'll see you on the next one.